Hello my friends, welcome back. My name is Paul, and this is Read, Retry, Return number 2. Read, Retry, and Return is a way to lower my TBR, try more books, and share what books I'm trying and reading, and have a dialogue with all of you. So, the first Read, Retry, Return was me reading Among Others by Walton, Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro, and The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. I got to about page 90 after 2 hours of reading each of these. And I am going to share which one first that I'm going to retry with some other books this coming section of time. So the book I am retrying is Among Others by Walton. This is a story about a boarding school young woman who leaves her mother and sister after her mother does something terrible and her sister has died. Now, I got to page 90 before I read the synopsis on the back. And the synopsis on the back basically tells us that mystery. So I was a little bit upset about that, but now I know. And since it's on the back, I'm going to go ahead and tell you all that basically her mother did magic and she tried to perform magic on her children and killed her sister. And now Morwena, the girl's name at the boarding school, is going to do magic and try to protect herself from her mother. What I like about this is that the young woman, Morwena, reads science fiction, and she talks about science fiction throughout the entire book. There's not really a whole lot with the plot so far, and the fairy aspect of it doesn't really interest me. But I decided for this to be my retry just because I'm interested to see where it goes as far as the interactions between her father, her mother, and a few other people in her family. And against that book, we'll have Storm of Locusts by Roanhorse. The only thing I remember about the previous book was that she had a really bad ex-boyfriend, in that there are Native American Indians trying to do something nefarious. And I also have The Vanished Birds by Jimenez. The only thing I know about this is that it is a story about individuals living off-planet and their struggles with that, I think. So, which one of these two have I decided to keep on reading, and which one have I decided to get rid of? So the one that I decided to get rid of was Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. So just because I'm getting rid of it doesn't mean that I won't read it in the future. It just didn't interest me all that much. I knew the premise of the book going into it, and I felt like it took away the mystery of the book, and that since this book has been published, there has been other more interesting dystopian novels, or there were even more interesting dystopian novels before this was written. And I just didn't really get the whole let's show quirky kids being quirky because they live inside a bubble thing. It just didn't interest me, and honestly I got bored. But maybe I just wasn't in the mood for it, and I'll try it again sometime in the future. And the book that I'm going to continue to read is The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. What interests me about this is that Eleanor and Theodora just met each other, but they are like best friends already. And I don't know, there seems like there's like sexual tension between the two of them, and I can't understand if this is because it was written in a time where affection between people of the same sex was more culturally normal, or if it's actually written in a way that it's supposed to be written, like it's trying to do something with that. And I'm just curious about that, and also I'm just curious what's going to happen to these 4 people that are basically locked up in this haunted house. I'm just curious, and that's why I picked it as the book that I'm going to be reading and finishing. So what will I pick between The Vanished Birds by Jimenez and Storm of Locusts by Roanhorse and Among Others by Walton? It'll be interesting to see after I read 2 more hours of Among Others, if I actually will want to read one of the other books instead of this, which would be so weird because I would have put 4 hours into something. And it's so against my personality to get rid of something that I put 4 hours into. But if I'm not enjoying it as much as the others, then that's just the way it is. Also, this coming week, and this, it's not actually a week, but I'm just going to say week, we have this small novella, The Empress of Salt and Fortune by the guy Kazuo, and I've heard everyone say this was amazing, so I picked up at the library as well. My audiobook for this week has been Nemesis Games by James S.A. Corey, and I'm loving this one. You get a point of view from each individual from the Rocinante, and I'm just loving it. It's so good. You're getting to see the background of all the characters, and it's fantastic. So let me know which of the books that I have planned to read, retry, and return in this next coming week, which ones you think I'll pick, and which ones I'll get rid of, and which ones I will retry. I will talk to you all next time. Thanks for watching.